Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast One Piece reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is One Piece, episodes 355 and 356. Last time we learned about Laboon and Brook's relationship. Two peas in a pod. Laboon's waiting for him.
Yeah, it's really sad.
We gotta
really
get back to
nice.
Brook and tell him about Laboon. Tell him about how eagerly he's been waiting. And about how there's still hope.
Yeah.
And that will hopefully give him the push he needs to defeat his shadow. And then we can leave and reclaim all the other guys' shadows as well. It'll be really cool to see 1v1s against their own thing and see how that all turns out. Or if it'll be mismatches. You know, you never know.
That'd be fun too.
Leave a like and subscribe. Check out Patreon to get 2 weeks ahead of uncut reactions, 1 week ahead of edited reactions. We hope you enjoy most of all. Let's go. The mast.
I don't think that's really gonna do too much. Unfortunately.
Well, it does, like, it's, we were asking that question,
Yeah.
right? I think that's what this is. It's like, oh, it didn't work. Which also might mean that the devil fruit is a physical thing.
Like it's not on your soul.
It's not attached to your soul. Unless it doesn't attach to your shadow, because your shadow's not technically your actual spirit. It's just a reflection.
That thing's huge.
Not as big as Laboon. Or maybe as big as Laboon, I don't know.
There's no way he's big as Laboon.
Yeah.
Wasn't a grandpa zombie? Wasn't that just a guy?
Yeah, it was.
It was a severely injured old man. I like how Robin is just so like cutesy this this arc. Like she's just like, Yeah, let's just go straight there. Just to give him extra fired up.
The Super Saiyan sound effect. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Nice. Nice. It is Simple Chopper.
Yeah, whatever.
Didn't seem that intimidating to me.
So is Crocodile, remember?
This guy's nowhere near as cool as Crocodile. What's he gonna do? Steal your shadow again?
That's a good point. Sanji's about to be overpowered in this place. Sanji always carries salt on him.
Sanji's just gonna be like... So we need to finish this up before morning. Oh, Usopp. You tried.
Oh.
What?
I didn't know it had like a hull underneath. I thought it was just kind of floating.
Oh.
You know, like I didn't think it went like around and down like that. It looks like it's like a full ship.
Oh, it's those things.
Perona.
Someone just needs to pick up more. I guess giant Luffy oars could just pick him up and hurl him into the ocean.
Yeah, wouldn't make it very far.
They're built different. They're getting assaulted.
Hmm?
They're
assaulted. Oh my god. Frankie Usopp should have put together like a salt cannon or some sort of like,
like. I mean, they could just take some ocean water, put it in like water guns. If
that's
they had
true.
That. Oh my god.
Nani?
Oh, that's why they have all the zombie generals so that there's more guys to fight.
Mm.
Oh, really? This guy's just useless.
What? He wants to play with oars? Their voices are so crazy.
Oh.
Oh no! Not good.
Oh, he's not even insulting them.
He's on the staircase, almost just like how the attack on the fucking the palace in Chimera Ant arc. Like the start of it was on the staircase. Far less like life-threateningly intense though. Although time seems to be passing about as fast.
Yeah. Oh, those things. Oh.
Luffy and his bugs.
Bit late for that.
Sanji, Nami's still getting married. That should override any depression you feel.
Yeah. Well, try throwing salt at them at least. What if the ghosts actually don't work on Usopp because he has all that stuff on? Oh my god. Luffy just about killed everyone. Oh my god. Well, they're dead now, unfortunately.
What a way to go. My goodness.
Forget about them. Not even gonna help him get up.
Oh no. Are they all gonna like try and fight giant superpower Luffy?
Usopp versus Luffy round 2?
Yes! You did it once, you can do it again. Oh god. That's not a good sign.
Okay, how about we find its mouth and throw some salt in real quick?
The only way they're gonna be able to do that is if they lead into the ocean.
Or have some food with salt in it, like
That's true. Oh yeah, that's true.
That salted
That's
fish.
right, that's right. Zoro, cut its head off right now.
Okay,
Frankie
take
goes
that
centaur
garlic,
mode.
put some salt. Salted garlic, that's food.
Oh god.
Wow. They're like, here's all the matchups. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah, I like that though. I like the way, it, like, you know, similar to Skypiea when they like had the wolf party, woke up the next day, or like, you know, when Usopp saw the Mary's ghost.
Yeah.
And like fixing the Mary, and then they woke up the next day and they all split up. Like we're getting to that moment, like the counterattack as they called it. And yeah, they kind of set it up really well, but then they shook it up like instantly. I was like, oh, it's gonna be more interesting. Like, you know, it changes things. I don't know. It changes your expectations of it.
Yeah.
And it felt very fluid. It doesn't feel like oh, you know, that maybe it's overbalanced this way or that way or whatever. Like it feels like it's surprising. Now they're stuck there. They can't go.
Yeah, they have to
was the
defeat
lower
him.
group was gonna go to Nami? No, they were going.
No, Sanji and Usopp were
Yeah,
going to
right.
Nami, and then Frankie and Zoro were going to help Brook.
Right. Yes, that was right. That was right.
And Luffy was going to get the food / defeat Moria.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, good. This was a good episode. You know,
Yeah, it
like
was good. It was
I
fun.
wonder if they can like it's still like this. We're getting to the point where everything's starting to be dragged out. So I'm not gonna like harp on it, but you know, it's something that I notice. But
it's still
it's
fun.
less. I think it's less than it would have been if we didn't just have the big recap episode with Laboon, you know what I mean?
Laboon is saving our lives.
I feel like it put us it gave us a little bit of extra, you know, space to move scene by scene. But yeah, I thought I feel like we cut around a lot. The animation of Sanji going insane was really good.
I like that a lot.
Was the smoke ring this episode? Oh, no, that was last episode, right?
Which smoke ring?
Where Sanji blew the that was last episode.
Oh yeah, that was last
Yeah,
episode. That was so
episode.
sick.
Anyway, shit like that is happening more though. It's usually around Sanji, weirdly, like these weird little animation flourishes.
Yeah, Moria. I'm gonna say it right now. I
Moria
do not
sucks.
like Moria at all. I'm like, oh, maybe he'll get good. I don't like him. I just want him to. I love like everything else about Like I love so many things about Thriller Bark, but like Moria as like
Very
the big bad
underwhelming.
villain, I'm like,
Like his
can
power is
take you or
cool.
leave. Yeah, I like the power.
The power is cool. The whole setup, like everything around him, is
The
just
whole
him as
yeah.
just him as a character. Just kind of sucks. I just like I don't respect him as a villain.
No.
And honestly, I don't think we're supposed to. I think that he's supposed to be shitty. Like he's not supposed to be
yeah,
like
he's
that.
not
Like
supposed to be
especially
the-
this
Yeah,
encounter with
how he's
Hogback.
like, oh, I just want to hang around.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna help you. So it's like, I know he's supposed to be like that, but it does, like, I'm like, just get rid of him,
Screw
you
this
know?
guy. Yeah.
Whereas, like, in the previous arc was, like, one of the first times I was like, oh, all of the villains I like, I'm not just like, get rid of them because I'm bored of them, you know? But him is kind of like that, but the setting and, like, the vibe and everything, I feel like really make up for it.
Yeah.
And I think that if we had, like, this type of main villain in a different setting, in a different arc, I think I would be a lot more frustrated
Yeah.
but because there's so many other things going on, and like some of the stuff like how the zombies are made with the shadows, and Brook and you know, Sanji being like that dog thing, and Luffy being oars now, it's like all of that just makes it so much more fun and interesting that like Moria, it's not just like, it's like, oh, like, you know, he's just not adding that much compared to all of this really good stuff, even though technically a lot of it is like because of him, you know, but yeah.
There's a lot more to like about it, so him being just kind of sucky isn't a deal breaker or anything. A lot of the other villains are interesting or funny, like Hogback's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Perona's kind of intimidating and also really funny, and Shinri-chan is really funny.
Shinri's really good, and Absalom, I don't like
Absalom
him.
sucks, but like what's going on with him is at least kind of
funny. Yeah,
you know,
like
but
it's just it's dumb,
silly.
But it's silly.
Yeah,
and I really like that it gets Sanji all fired up. Yeah, because then like that encounter is going to be really crazy and fun. Yeah, because Sanji is so mad, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, this is a fun episode, and I can't wait to watch more.
I wanted to say something else, but I can't remember what it was. I guess it doesn't matter. If I remember, I'll say it later.
Some of the ghost or anything?
I don't know. Anyway, probably nothing. Leave a like and subscribe. See you next one, person. Or no, this is the middle. On to the next one.
Chopper versus Hogback.
Oh my god. Why?
Get him, Chopper. I can't skip her.
Oh no, plates. There must be something with the plates, maybe. Or are they just plates?
They're just plates. You messed with the wrong deer.
What is this? Oh no.
Just put Robin up against that one.
This is bad.
So, you know, Luffy just doesn't actually perceive anything.
This is really bad. He's just still there?
Yeah. He sucks.
I wonder what this guy did in the past to deserve, like, the warlord rank. Yeah. You know, like why did they give him that status?
So he wouldn't steal their shadows, maybe?
Maybe he was under threat. I mean, he's clearly, his devil fruit's really powerful, but...
He's gonna try and eat that. Too stupid.
What the hell's he doing?
Nice hat.
He's looking for a straw hat.
Great.
He just doesn't give a fuck.
Luffy's fighting abilities are not that good
without the devil fruit.
Yeah.
They're not. Actually, you know what? That's not even true. He kicked Bellamy's ass without really using his fruit that much.
No, I think he's still pretty good, but I mean, it would be like 1,000 times worse if Sanji or Zoro was in there, probably.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, all of Luffy's attacks are Gomu Gomu no. That doesn't mean he's not good without it.
Just give me 30 seconds. I'm gonna make a plane or a bridge or something. What's he making?
He just built a bridge that fast? With the design? He's so good.
Oh my, Frankie!
He's insane. He grew up on Debris Island or whatever. He made all those things out of scrap. Or what was it called? It was a...
Scrap Heap Island or something?
Yeah, or Reef or something, I forget. That's his specialty.
Very nice, perfect. Amazing.
Problem solved. See, imagine if we didn't have Frankie. Just, Sanji, you go ahead.
Yeah, Sanji...
Don't worry about this. Is she actually gonna pull a fucking Gleipnir with Kumasi?
Get in there?
And pilot him? That would be insane. I really love the ghost guys.
Just so over the top. Oh, how?
Bunshin. Imagine Robin shows up and she's like, I'll take her. I'm always depressed.
But she's happy now, so we don't want to get her all depressed.
Yeah, but she handles it well, you know.
I want to die! Jumps off the, jumps off the side.
What now? Worse than mackerel?
Alright.
What? Oh.
That's just Usopp normally. Oh god, not these guys
what if
again.
They're like pretending. The boxing zebra fucking thing. I hate that thing.
Yeah.
Accuracy.
It's Usopp after all. The king of snipers.
That's just his friend.
Okay, then who's trained by the king of snipers? Did he, or did he actually get hit?
I think he did. He just is badass.
But he's just always that scared and always that thing, but he just always pushes through it.
Because he's bravery. His bravery trumps it. Now it's like a blast.
He can take it.
What's your secret? I'm always angry, except he's always depressed.
Yeah. She just defeated.
Dun, 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 dun. Really? What? You guys hear that?
I thought Usopp just inspired her and all the zombies.
Mm-hmm. He really is Captain Usopp in this moment. Wait a minute! Oh, I didn't know all this stuff was like on that. I thought it was on the ground.
No, it's like on a weird bridge. Usopp, you took out all the other ones. Are you sure?
You got this, Usopp.
Find an organ. Oh.
Is she awake? Peak piece. Sanji's gonna bust. Hold it right there! I object!
Well. Oh no, I wonder what's gonna happen.
Alright, what'd you think of that one?
I love that. I love that Usopp was able to overcome the negative ghosts, because he's always super negative and it's always the end of the world. It's always not gonna work out. But then he pushes through anyway. I really like that. That was a lot of fun. And I'm glad, because it's like, you know, even someone with Luffy who's just always eternally optimistic couldn't overcome it. So like the fact that Usopp, who's always very pessimistic, was able to do it, just because that's just the reality that he lives in.
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything for him. So I really like that. That was fun.
It's good because it's a funny... It's kind of like a good joke, especially the way that Perona responds to it. But like, it's also just very satisfying, like as a character thing, like even without any joke, like the fact that he's able to withstand that because of what he's been through.
Yeah, and just the fact that like everyone else, it's like if everyone else experienced life the way that Usopp does, or had the outlook that Usopp does, then we'd never get anywhere, because none of them can function at all, you know? But he can still push through and be the hero.
And he's really Captain Usopp, and then the other guys like look at him.
Yeah,
like
I love
that
when
too.
she's just flies back.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
These guys are like, oh, why is he so dependable right now?
Yeah.
And they're actually looking up to him, and he's doing the captain pose with his hand on his hip and everything. It's really satisfying.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Because Luffy's like kind of tied up, you know, like he got his shadow taken away, but Usopp is like really, you know, he gets a chance to lead, you know.
Yeah, it was really good. I like it a lot. And then I like how they're like, oh, you're so inspiring, and then like, wait a minute.
Wait, hang on. And then all the guys are just like, all right, Usopp, you got this.
Yeah,
like we're just gonna get destroyed, so you can take you know, clearly you got this handle. And then we get back to peak piece.
Oh god,
with the wedding. I can't wait for Sanji to burst in.
I can't wait for Sanji to just flatten this guy into a rug. I don't know,
he deserves it.
Yeah,
Absalom is like one of like there, you know, okay, I don't know, I've been waiting to have this conversation. I don't think I'll go fully into it, because I think it's, you know, it's something that we all gotta, it's like people have to deal with to varying degrees, but like perviness in anime is always a very difficult kind of subject. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to fully get into it. I might save it for like a discussion maybe, because it'll be worth it to like reflect on all of this, and then I'll have enough time to actually get into it. It can be done in a funny way, it can be done in a way that's still really out of touch, or sort of, you know, like you can go really creepy and it still be funny and you know, fit or whatever. But sometimes there's creepiness that's like, you know, I don't want to get into the whole objectification thing or like all that kind of shit, but like it's a very, I guess it's a lot deeper than I can get into right now. But it's, you know, there's a good way to do it, a bad way to do it, and I feel like the perviness of Absalom was really, it was just a bit over the line. Like, even if, you know, you like fan servicey stuff like him, specifically, like, you know, perving over Nami and like wanting to marry her and like being weird like that is one thing, but like licking Robin's whole chest is like, whoa, like that, it's like, and the with the saliva slicking up and stuff is like, hang on, like I feel like that's too viscerally sexual,
it came on extremely strong at the start of him, like, literally being in the shower and, like, grabbing her while she was, like, trying to have a bath, and the Robin thing, but then he kind of changed into more of, like, a goofy, like, oh, this pretty girl, I'm gonna marry her, I'm, like, blushing and shy to, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it kind of went a lot more goofy. This guy that is, like, blushing, and also, like, when he was trying to stay in the room, when she was like getting tailored and then felt like super embarrassed about it, is the same guy who was like creeping around on the ship with Robin, licking her, and then going into and just being in the room the entire time that Nami was bathing, and then like pushing her up against the wall and stuff. But now he's all embarrassed for, you know what I mean? Like,
well, it's because he was caught.
Yeah, but I mean, like the first times he just had no remorse and was just like a total creeper.
Yeah.
Without that like comedy aspect to it. So then they, you know what I?
Yeah, you know I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's like he came on just so like irredeemably disgusting at the start that then when it devolves into like, oh, I'm gonna marry this pretty girl, it's like funny, but you're just like,
it's built on like, this weird foundation.
Like, get this guy out of, you know what I mean? Like, you know, for example, Lola is very similar. She wants to marry him and is like pinning him down and trying to kiss him against his will and stuff. But it's funny because it's very lighthearted and silly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anyway, yeah, it's a really big topic about like fan service and perviness and creepiness and all that kind of stuff. Whether it's a joke or whether it's just a way to be pervy as an author or whatever. I don't think that's that in this case. I think Oda maybe just like went a bit over the line. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're also on the side of anime fans who are like not as interested in stuff like that, and a lot of people like don't like sort of feel the same way as we do. Like a lot of people kind of let stuff slide a lot more. But, you know, not that it's such a big deal. Like, this guy isn't going to be around for much longer anyway, so... And there have been other... You know, obviously, like, Sanji's whole thing is about being, like, you know, like that or whatever. And then there's, like, people like Lashes who are, like, who's literally, like, a pervy llama guy only... You know, like, there's ways to do it that's, like, in that kind of vein, but that isn't just weird, you know? Like, I think that's the thing. And whether or not it lands is, like, a really situational sort of thing. And I feel like that's why Absalom... You know, if the purpose also, like, you know, what we're neglecting is that it was set up for him to be hated. Like, we're supposed to hate him for doing all that stuff. So, but you know, I don't know. But some, like, I guess for people who don't, here's why we're talking about this is like for people who don't know and who haven't watched our other reactions. This is something that like we talk about like a pretty frequent amount because you know, like I was saying before, a lot of anime fans like they just see. I feel like a lot of people watch anime, they don't see like the framing things, like why like in One Piece it's one thing, but I'll use One Piece as an example. It's like seeing, you know, characters running. There's like the whole group's running. For some reason, the close-up of Robin running is like her thighs every time, or her chest, or like her midsection. But the shot of Frankie running is like behind the shoulder like this. And you see like the back of his neck and his hair or something. Yeah. You know, like it's it's like there's things like that. There's scale to it, but you know, focus is put on different characters for different reasons. And a lot of the reasons that focus is put on female characters like Nami and Robin is because they are like eye candy. That's like a big part of why they're a part of the crew. From like a, you know, like a sort of mezzo manga design aspect. Like, you know, everybody has their own reasons to be there, and part of the reason why they're there is as like, you know, the pretty girls type thing. You know, it's like a fantasy at the end of the day. So, but there's other shows that like take it way further, and it's not just about like fun eye candy or like a hot girl in an action movie type vibe. It's like just really weird. And for most people, I bet it wasn't, and it's not even that big of a deal because the intention was for it to be viewed negatively. It's just, I think, a little bit more serious as like a thing to happen to somebody than the series portrayed. Anyway, we don't need to spend that much more time on it. It's just when you spend any amount of time on it, I feel like it needs to be talked about a little bit, like with some seriousness, or at least with a little bit more depth. So sorry if this was like way too long on this one topic. It's not like it's a huge sticking point for us in One Piece. It's something that we kind of laugh off, like, oh, Nami's getting another boob job this arc. You know, it's not usually that big of a deal, and it's not even that big of a deal here. It's just something that we could mention, but isn't really worth it and isn't really destroying our thing. But it does affect the way we view Absalom as an antagonist. You know, and it's just something. It's also something we're just like, it's interesting to look at because it's such a cultural difference in a way. Not really, but I guess it kind of is. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, you know, and like things like land differently for different people. So depending, you know, and just because it's such a like a large like focus of the arc, but there has been like really funny moments with the whole thing, with Lola especially coming after him and her and Nami hanging out and chatting, and it's not all bad, and it's not like ruining anything. It's just, I guess, slightly worth mentioning. Yeah, you know, that didn't really land for us, but some people might have thought that it was very effective, and they're like, oh, I hate this guy, but it's still kind of funny, you know. Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. Not even that big of a deal. Whenever we spend this much time on like a specific subject like that, I think people think that we hate it or something. We're really harping on it.
Or they get really mad, or
I think it's people just don't like people just circling the same topic a lot. But sometimes you just kind of need to get people to understand where you're coming from. But anyway, doesn't really matter that much anyway. So if you skipped all of this, then W, I guess. Leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye bye.